the one and only.
Yes.
She's magic. She is magic.
I try to be.
She's in a whole nother world right now.
Oh, yeah. Because now it's time to enlighten you guys for your own good and at its finest. So when I was, let's say, invited, and we're talking about working, hurting, and twerking, each step is its own reason of life, I say, but also all at your own experience. So I'm not sure you want to go into it-ish.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go into everything. You guys call in 470-572-7678. To Raw for TV. We're going in with She's Magic. You guys hit her up on Instagram and Twitter. I followed you on Twitter too.
Thank you.
She's Magic Thea. She's Magic Thea, right? THEA?
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, She's Magic THEA. You guys hit her up right now. But we're going in. Also, we're not going to be on social media that long. No, we're not. You're not going to see this whole thing on social media. You're not. You already know how they shadow ban me. You know this is my 8th Instagram account. This is my 8th Instagram account. Who is this? Your 8th Instagram account? No, they shadow ban me. I am the most shadow banned person on social media. So you're gonna have to catch the remainder of this on TubeRawTV.tv. We're not gonna get into the Tube Raw part. You're just seeing the 4TV part. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go back and catch the Tube Raw part. You know what I'm saying? So we're here with She's Magic. And so we're going to get into this because, they talk about feminism. I think you may not even really know what feminism is. What is your definition?
So, my definition of feminism is understanding the balance within yourself to nurture, to care, but also to promote growth. Because as a feminine, you are to make things grow in a certain sense. Things, we are the portal to the world. So there's things that we can create. And to be feminine, you can create this peaceful, dynamic environment for other people if that energy is embraced correctly. And that's just like my definition of feminism. So I look at it in that aspect of learning how to care for others, but also healing yourself in the midst, because it goes both ways.
I hear you. I hear that.
What's your
That sounds. No, I hear your definition, and that's a fantastic definition. But we're gonna ask Gruff, what is a feminist? Okay. Yeah, it's none of what you just said.
Let's see.
A feminist is someone who supports feminism, which is the advocacy for equal rights, a lot of buzzwords, opportunities, and treatment for women in relation to men. Feminism seeks to address systemic inequalities such as those in education, employment, politics, and social norms rooted in gender. Feminists can be of any gender and may focus on various issues from legal rights to cultural attitudes depending on the perspective or feminist wave, e.g. first wave suffrage, second wave social equality, or third wave intersectionality. Weird definition. The term can carry different connotations based on context, ranging from empowerment to, in some critiques, perceived extremism, though core feminism centers on gender equity. Another buzzword. So this is basically a bunch of buzzwords, and that means it's a political thing. It's actually none of what you said is actually what you said was the opposite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's to be like feminist. So is it like the study of pushing feminism?
Yeah.
Because like to me, to be feminine is those characteristics versus just
being feminine has nothing to do with being a feminist. So
don't you?
That's what feminism is, and it's just like nobody is a true feminist except a black woman. That's just the real thing. All these other feminists, they sell this idea of feminism to black women, that has them, gives them some sort of, like goodie. There's some sort of goodie when you embrace feminism. You get position at a job. It's almost like a club, you know what I'm saying? Almost like LGBTQ, it's a club, and then you get perks and you get all of these things. They give black women these tools and they say, okay, all you have to do is disassociate and disengage with the black man.
That's true. In some of those households, yes, that's unfortunately how it's done. You're not allowed to have your man stay with you in low income, or the rent's going to go up, versus them just helping you guys, letting your income or let your rent stay low so that the both of you can advance to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they're like, well, if you push him out the way, we'll give you TANF. If you push him out the way, we'll give you food stamps. And we need to kind of not even think of that situation, because we're willing to push a person out for an easy way. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of women, they feel like, if they're going to do this for me, then what do I need you for? Because instead of them healing and learning how to collaborate with another individual and put like minds together, or even if it's not like minds, we call it co-parenting. Mm-hmm. So we're in need of these things, or should I just say this healing, that will prevent us from taking the easy way out. Some of them are just, if I don't have to do it, then why should I? Unfortunately, on certain aspects. So I think another thing, like the black women right now, on some seriousness, like if I'm being paid to be pretty, then why would I go to school?
Yeah.
If I'm being paid to just dribble a ball, why would I, go to college and do or get these degrees or whatever? A lot of things is just easier. So those are the moments where those people don't have to really put a best foot forward. That's why I say more of us could be in other placements in the world if we felt like we deserved to be there. I think a lot of it is, like you said, remembering who they are. They would take these steps to become more of what we need, as in our mayors, governors, councils, school situations. They will step into these positions. But until we feel like we belong there, I think that's why certain people don't take the initiative.
I would say this. We felt like we got a lot of people in the conscious community call themselves kings and queens. They feel like they belong to something. And the truth of the matter is, while we all share the blood bond, not all of us that were here were kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? If you were a slave maker in Africa, you were a slave maker in America. You were just a slave maker. Sorry to inform you, you're not a king or a queen. You weren't, but you're a divine bloodline. So it doesn't take away from that. You know what I'm saying? And then your connection to the darkness and divine is your ultimate passport. So, so whether you could be a king or whether you were a servant nigger in Africa, now you're a servant nigger in America, you can still be the highest version of yourself. But we're gonna talk about all of that. You guys call in 470-572-7678. We're going in. But I would say we do. That's why we see ourselves as good. You know what I'm saying? A lot, and I think a lot of that does happen when you talk about people, and they're the only black person in this all white room with bunches of suits and ties, and you know, and they're there, and they're like, "Why are you here?" So we have had that ability to become the anomaly in the room, to become the first black person in the room or whatever. So I don't think it's that we don't feel like we, envision that we belong there. We have to create. Now we have to create our own rooms. You know what I'm saying? Because, at the end of the day, pink power terrorism reigns supreme. So they're not going to be like, oh, let me help you up, black man. Well, no, that's not going to help. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And feminism is a tool they use to divide, conquer. Um, and they only market it to black women. That's why you see all this fair treatment. When you see words like equity, those words are aimed 100% towards women. You know what I'm saying? Equity is the new thing. So there used to be equality. You know what I'm saying? So if you see equity, that's black. So their marketing is a marketing thing. You know what I'm saying? They market feminism to black women to encourage them to not be with the man, to have this weird dynamic of this is unlike when you see anomalies in our community, like the women are the majority of the breadwinners, which is not a bad thing, but it's different from every other community on the face of the planet. Every other community on the face of the planet, black people in America have that dynamic. But that's not even a dynamic that is happening in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that's happening only here in America, where black women are the majority breadwinner, you know? And so they're giving these subtle opportunities, things of that nature, and that to sort of have this social imbalance, you know? So feminism is the marketing of this, it's the marketing of, you know, um, cosmetic child killing, you know, it's the marketing of that. You know, you don't want to have a baby, you don't have to have a baby. So we're going to have all of these things in your community, all of these centers for baby killing in your communities, Planned Parenthood, you know, and they are just like concentration camps for unborn babies. They have them sitting right there in our communities, you know, places, I wouldn't even say our communities, places where we are compacted together, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, these things are tools, are feminist tools that they use to to create this illusion, this dynamic of black man versus black woman. You know, so I want them to know a little bit about She's Magic. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
So I am She's Magic, right? So definitely a hairstylist, makeup artist, stand-up comedian, and definitely dancer, and definitely into spirituality. For me, I believe in accessing my higher self of every aspect of a person that you can become. And that comes with unlocking each chakra for the Kundalini to embrace itself. Mm-hmm. So when I believe in those things, I understand that I have infinite energy to create whatever I value, because the value is your choice. Mm-hmm. So with that living, I am free most of the time in my world. So that's what makes things cordial, but also very growthy. And I know that's not a word, but
we understand.
So yes, progressing as a human, right, through each thing that we are wanting to embrace. So yes,
evolving, you know, and
it's rebirth after rebirth. The Renaissance woman at its
finest. We're in the new Renaissance. And this is the epicenter of the new Renaissance, Atlanta. Atlanta, this is the new Renaissance. If you're seeing this, you're going to be seeing this. Your sons and daughters are going to be learning about the Renaissance, and it's going to be right here in Atlanta right now. Too Raw for TV showing this episode. This is the Renaissance. You know, this is the Renaissance. But you guys aren't going to be able to see the Renaissance if you're not on Too Raw for TV.tv. And shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to My Emerald B. My Emerald B. organic honey from black farmers, black bee farmers. So you gotta check that out. Check me out. We got the one without a comb and one with the comb. You never seen honey with the comb before. Go ahead and get yours right now. DM me. Win the Revolution on Instagram. Also, we have the Forbidden Black Honey, which is an awesome aphrodisiac, mind clearer, and pre-workout elixir. So you definitely want to be part of this. Get the experience. But what you're not going to see is Two Rover TV on social media because the revolution will not be televised. Two Rover TV. Working, hurting, twerking. What is black feminism doing? And so you felt a certain way when you read that title.
I was salty.
She felt a certain way. She said, "Oh, he's gonna be Two Rover TV, all right." I'm not sure. I'm like, oh, it's always like that. I'm like, come on then.
You buttered me up with our introduction of speaking how black women are beautiful and we are divine.